these are my far less exciting videos. I don't care. So I always have at least one person who watches one of my videos, even if it's just one person. You know? So as I've been saying, I've been binge watching Friends from episode 1 until the very end. I'm like midway now. So I have a lot of episodes left to watch. But I'm staying up watching them, and I shouldn't do that, you know. I said I would go to bed by midnight. That was good for a while, but Mom's not calling me anymore. She falsely believes I can get her out. So some of you know that old story. Some of you may even have experienced that in your own lives. Or something similar. The saddest thing really is her childlike brain, you know, precludes her from understanding, you know. To her, she is probably thinking, I'm so happy to have her out of the house. You know, I know what she's thinking. I know it. It isn't true. But it also, I mean, I've enjoyed, and no one blames me. They've even said, people in her life have said, you know, the woman, the church woman, the one who was the new church woman who doesn't try to be bossy and all that crap with the old church woman, the one who I've known for a long time now. Says, you know, just try to rest, try to take advantage of the fact that Imam's not there because you went through such just trauma, stress for the several weeks before your mom finally got the help she needed, okay? So there are people who get it. No, it's not that I want, I'm heartbroken that's happened, but I told you, I wound up in the hospital. I had a person, medical professional, psychiatrist, social worker, whoever she was something, who was on call for that night that I was there, all till 3 in the morning. Not mince words with me. You can't deal with what's happening with your mom. You can't deal with the fact that she might, you know, then you will wind up in a facility. That's called tough love, slapping a stranger in the face, okay, because I don't know her from, you know, it just met her, but like, you have to deal with it. You have to accept whatever happens. It's out of your hands, Laura. Okay? Same with Omar. I can do everything in my power to try to help him. Give him the best dog food, put him on the best supplements, etc. But what happens to him when he's 16 years old and well past his prime, well past the average lifespan for a pug, is out of my control. Ultimately. But I'm doing everything in my power to help him. I did everything in my power to help my mom. Can't say for sure that her psychiatrist begrudgingly keeping the fluphenazine decanoate monthly injection at that reduced dosage that my mom had been on a long time ago for years fine when she was heavier, a lot heavier. You can't say for sure that's what caused this latest breakdown. But because the latest breakdown didn't happen when she was on the regular dosage of the shot, we have to assume. And then, as usual, throw in other meds for good measure. You know, that's what they do. They always do that. That's nothing new. It's always more. Again, it's out of my control. If I don't accept that it's out of my control, I will wind up in the same position as my mother. Okay? And I've repeatedly told you what I would prefer always over that. 5 letters. You think I'm joking? I'm not. I'm not in the least am I joking. So I have to deal with things the way I deal with them, which isn't the best way, but I just kind of like a numbing. Otherwise, everything happening. The fact that I'm a total this in this life. Saw that in Friends too. I think that stands for the L word, right? It ends with R. Oh no. I said they have their problems, their quirks or whatever, but they are overall healthy mentally. Okay? And they enjoy sex, all of them. They're not messed up sexually. They enjoy it, all of them. And they're open and they talk and they, you know what I mean? video was woken up to the wild turkey. I don't think it was a bunch of them, though. It might have been just one. There have been times where a whole bunch will be in your yard. It's hysterical. I found it hysterical. Years and years and years ago, my mom was freaking out because the wild turkeys were digging up the yard for worms. I'm like, what can we do about it? Nothing, you know. This, I think, was just one, but didn't stop. And then I even think to myself, because it's not impossible, it's not likely to happen, but you could open up the door and a wild turkey could be on your front steps. In this case, I opened up my door and my Vitacost package was on my front steps. And they left it on wet steps. I could call them and complain about that too. But I'm not going to bother. You're supposed to put it in a plastic bag if there's even a chance of bad weather. In this case, the front steps were wet. Oh. There's just a little replacement thing, and all the cans are on the bottom, and cans can get wet, so I'm just not going to bother. The count has been marked for years and years and years. Put everything in plastic. Bad. Repeatedly don't do it. And I might call and complain out of it. We'll see. Because this time it didn't matter, but the next time it will, you know? That's the whole point. Most definitely. Remember, it's gone double. You've either had the Vitacost packers do horrible jobs and put paper products, cardboard products, where stuff can crush heavy stuff. Weigh a pound or more can crush the lighter stuff. But I've also had where it's packed fine and the FedEx just throws it around or leaves it on my out in the rain and it gets soaked through the box, or it's wet or snow on the steps and it soaks up through the box even if it's not currently snowing or raining, you know. I've been complaining justifiably about that for years and years and years and years and years. I don't know if this is still running. Probably is. I removed some stuff off of the camera. So it might not go total 29 minutes for another video, but I gotta do cleaning today. Finish. I decided to film myself cleaning and talking to you. I'll have to get dressed. Still running, okay. Like I said, I don't know if it's still running, because I don't know if it's going to run a whole other video. This is my lemon water. I always start off saying that I want to fast, and then sometimes I make it till the nighttime, and then I want to eat. I don't like the weight I've gained. I refuse to step on the scale. My bra's not fitting me right, so that's proof right there. I can tell anyway, I can tell in my videos. I ate almost all those frozen, disgusting, fattening, super saturated fattening Stouffer's and all those things that I bought from my mom. Just because she needs to eat something, even if it, oh, it's horrible for her. I ate them all almost, but I didn't eat them all in 1 week, like every night. I ate them all like in a month's time, you know, which isn't that bad. There weren't a month's worth in there. There weren't 30 in there. You know, so I ate them here and there. I tremendously enjoyed those pot pies, let me tell you. Even though I used a microwave. Pot pies, Marie Callender's in Boston Market were pretty damn good. I still have them left. I want to be optimistic. So when, not if, when my mom comes home, I don't know when that will be. I'll know ahead of time, and I'll do an order from the store and replace all the fatting stuff, you know. Maybe she won't want it. Maybe I'll wait and see what she wants. If I didn't care, that would be worse, right? Hell of a lot worse. If I care too much, I'm screwed. You understand? If I care too much regarding things that are not in my control, I am screwed. So landing in the hospital, me, for what I was feared was heart problems and was severe, obscene, debilitating anxiety, you know, was a wake-up call for me. Okay? There's nothing I can do about what's happening with my mom. Nothing. Nothing. So I binge watch Happy Show Friends that for some reason I never watched it when it was on. I've seen many of them in syndication, but I didn't watch it when it was on, and I don't know why I didn't watch it. I don't know. I guess it didn't interest me. I don't know why I didn't watch it. I'd have to pinpoint the exact time it was on and the exact things I was doing in my life at that time. Neither of which I know off the top of my head, by the way. I just know that I'm sitting here watching it from episode 1, and I'm like, okay, well, I've seen that one in syndication, and I've seen, or maybe I watched this first one. I don't, it seems like something I would want to watch, and yet I didn't watch it. Okay? There's tons and tons and tons of them that I did not see. If I was watching something regularly, like I've been doing with The Good Doctor, or did with This Is Us, or did, you know what I mean? Well, This Is Us, I binge watched. I caught up on it when Comcast had its free week of you could watch anything. Everything imaginable is free. That was pretty cool. They do that every year. Maybe they do it twice a year. I forget. They never tell you when it's coming, though. A lot of times I don't even know that it's coming, and I've already missed a few days of it. Down 32 ounces right away, but if I'm going to try to fast, I'm supposed to do just 8 ounces every half hour. So. Look at that, it's still running. Okay. So it's still running. I'm going to tell you a story. So on Inside Edition, this little girl signed up for a 4-H program, little 9-year-old girl, where she had to raise a baby goat. She was told up front, you're raising this baby goat so then it can be sold at auction, and it's going to be sold at auction and slaughtered for food. But I guess she didn't understand. She fell in love with the goat. She named it Cedar. And when it was time for her to auction it off, it was her pet now. She loved it. She loved this goat as much as we would love our pet dogs or whatever, our pet cat. I mean, our pets. She loved the goat. And the mom, her mom begged them, please let her keep the goat. They said, no, we can't do that. We can't let her keep it. That will teach other children, you know. She knew up front she's raising this baby goat, not so she can keep it. It's a livestock program. So, to make a long story short, they kidnap the goat. They bring it to an animal sanctuary or something. But police get involved and come and get it. And in the end, the little girl was forced to or she probably wasn't even involved, but in the end they auctioned it off and it was killed. And the mom, it sold for $902. The mom begged them, please let me pay the $902 and let her have my little girl have her pet back. She's traumatized by this, and they wouldn't do it. And now litigation is involved. They have a lawyer, and it doesn't bring the goat back. No. It's a sad story all around, but the little girl was told, you know, they all were aware what would happen to the goat. I guess the lawyer thing is because they wouldn't let her even buy the goat back, or, you know, it's sad. I don't know if they'll win. What that program did was cruel to the little girl, but she was made aware up front, and so was her mom, of everything that would happen, including that the goat would be sold at auction, and it's going to be sold at auction and eaten, barbecue. It's just Very sad. Too many things are sad. It's a drop in the bucket. Like I said, I hear all these weird things in Inside Edition. You hear weird things, and then they talk about things in the news too. Like that owner of that company or whatever stabbed to death in the middle morning, like 2:30 in the morning or something, in San Francisco, and it turns out it was someone he knew that did it. That's the suspect, somebody he knew, somebody that was in the business with him or something or other. It wasn't just some random thing. But random things are happening more and more. Let's not sugarcoat or gloss over that. I've also seen that on Inside